knee replacement perspective so that you don't stub your toe in the dark. You know how it is when you get up in the middle of the night and you think that you can make it to the bathroom without turning the light on? What happens? You hit that bench that you thought was gonna look really good at the end of the bed. That's what recovery without a vision looks like. The minute you start reframing your recovery and tapping into what you want to have happen, everything shifts. You start noticing progress instead of problems, and you start seeing a light instead of stumbling through the dark. I'm gonna break down 4 of the most common objections that I hear when I ask people about creating a vision for their knee replacement and how to reframe that. These are things that I actually dealt with myself, and now I help other people through theirs. The very first objection is, I don't know what I want. That's common. It's common for you to not know what you want. This is the part where you get to instill your imagination and imagine the best case scenario. If I could jump and squat one day, how would that feel? Like, that feels good to be there. When you don't know what you want, which that didn't hit me personally because I knew where I was going after my knee replacement. I knew exactly what that was gonna feel like because I was having my knee replaced on April 10th. He asked me on March 19th. And that solidified what my vision was gonna be because I knew what I wanted to look like on my wedding day. And I was gonna look like that. I was gonna wear 3-inch heels on my wedding day, and I was going to be in the dress that I could see myself in. Like, these things were going to happen. So I knew what my vision was. Failure was not an option. Like, it just wasn't. I don't care what was thrown in my path. I was going to make it to success, which was being in those heels for 10 hours. If you go to my Facebook, you can see in my cover photo, that's on my wedding day. That's what I was doing. I was running upstairs in 3.5-inch heels, because I had it in my vision. That's what I was gonna do. So it wasn't an option. So if you don't know what you want, your reframe is you don't need a perfect plan. All you have to do is think of an image. Think of one moment in time that you would like to get to and go all in on that. Are you a grandparent? Are you holding your grandbaby? Are you playing on the floor with your grandbaby? What are you doing? Are you walking upstairs? Are you running upstairs? Are you traveling with your spouse? Where are you going? The more detail that you can fill in your vision, the better you're gonna be. Number 2, the second objection is, what's the point? I've been disappointed before. Everybody's been there, right? We've all been disappointed in something. When you've had enough setbacks in life, hope starts to feel very dangerous. It feels like a really dangerous place to be. You start protecting yourself, and not just from failure, but from even trying in the first place. Has protecting yourself from disappointment ever fully protected your joy? Disappointment doesn't mean that you're wrong. It just means that it's time to pivot. Sometimes, especially in knee replacement, you have to pivot. When my extension didn't come back for 3 months, I had to pivot. That was my second knee replacement. Your reframe for this objection is going to be, vision isn't a promise, it's a path. And the path will always twist. It's always going to twist. And that's okay. Number 3, I like this objection because this is kind of where I was at. I'm too old, I'm too late, and I'm too broken. There's too many things wrong with me, right? Midlife hit for me. I was 40-something, and I thought, do I really need to ever take the stairs? Do I really need to park further away from the store? Can't I just park closer to the store? Because I was trying to talk myself out of this knee replacement, right? It was about how I felt. I was inflamed and I felt big, like I felt sluggish, right? I had extra weight on me and I knew I didn't want to live like that anymore. You're not going back to this old version of you ever again. Like, think about this. You are taking you either are taking or you took a degenerating knee out, okay? And you put a perfect knee in its place. So if you think for 1 second that you're gonna go back to the person that you were, I am sorry. You're not. Because that person had a degenerating knee and you don't. So this new upgraded version of you gets to say how things are in the future. You get to recreate yourself. You're doing it with a new body, basically, because you have a new body part. So you're getting an upgrade. Whatever was possible for you before, guess what? You're now elevated. Now you get to upgrade that. Fourth objection that I had. I don't have time to create a vision. Who's got time for that? We're all busy. We live in a 9-second world. Things are moving fast. We don't have time to sit down and think about where we want to go. No. I'm going to reframe that for you. Setting the vision is the work. If you're going to spend any time worrying, is this going to heal? Is this pain going to go away? Am I ever going to get to feel my knee again? If you're going to spend time doing that, then I urge you to also spend time on the other side of that. I am so happy and grateful now that I have full feeling back in my knee. I am so happy and grateful now that I don't have pain anymore. And if you're going to spend any amount of time in the worry zone, make sure that you also put the same amount of time in the faith zone. Your brain's already telling you a story. It's just you get to decide if that story serves you and keeps you on track. So your vision actually doesn't require hours to sit and think about and really assess where you want to go. It just needs your attention. Take 5 seconds, 5 minutes for yourself and just imagine what this is going to look like at the end. When you don't have the pain anymore, you don't have a degenerating knee. I can't tell my husband to park closer to the store anymore. He's going to say, no, Susie, we're going to park over here and you're going to get your steps in. That's what he's going to say because he knows I want to get into the best shape of my life. I got a new life. I got a new lease on life. If you need help creating this vision, I do have a vision casting tool. It's in my profile. It's free to you. You download it and you start working through it because it's going to help you get locked and loaded on your vision. You've walked through the objections now and you can reframe all of those lies that are keeping you stubbing your toe in the middle of the night. You to start recovering with purpose. I want you to go through this and just be like, well, I hope everything goes well. No, I want you to own your recovery. I want you to say, you know what? I'm not going to take any less. Am I telling you everything's going to be perfect? I never said those words. All I said was, have an idea for where you're going so that on those days when it gets really, really, really hard, you can say, I know more's coming. You don't have the plan, my friend. God has that plan. All you need to do is trust Him and trust the process. And you can release the timeline. You can do your recovery with purpose as long as you create the vision. If you are not already following me, please follow me.